everybody, this is Tyler, aka Grand Lethal 16, aka Blue Mage 492. It's been a little while since KumoriCon ended and I was a little exhausted, so it's taken me a while to shoot this video. Here is what is going on. It's been an exhausting. I kind of went spur of the moment. I pre-registered about a month in advance, so it wasn't something I had ever gone to before and anything I'd thought about. My goal, I believe, was 16 games signed, one item for my girlfriend, and then one item for all of you. I think in the end I got 18, 19 items signed. I'll verify, in the second portion of the video where I show everything off. But of course, one of the cool things I did get signed is 2 copies of Blaze Blue, my own personal copy, and the one that I'm going to give away on the channel. So here's how it's going. I'm going to talk about the giveaway later in the video, but I just figured from now on, with each convention where there's going to be multiple voice actors or people who worked on one specific game, I'm going to have them all sign it, and then I'm going to give away a copy of that game. So I'm thinking right now, probably for AkiCon, it'll be a copy of Tales of Exilia 2, because both of the Kresnick brothers, Luger and Julius, the voice actors for them, J. Michael Tatum and Josh Grell will be there. So I figured, I'd get it signed by both of them and give it away to all of you. So that's pretty cool. So it was down in Vancouver. I did drive all the way down to Vancouver. It was supposed to be a 2-hour and 15-minute drive, but I guess there had been some kind of like fiery fatality Saturday morning or Friday morning of the convention. So I did get there like an hour late. I barely saw David Vincent before he went over to his booth, because I barely caught his first signing and autographs. But it was funny because I got, of course, Blaze Blue signed. I got a couple other things signed. I think I got him to sign my my drawing that Toshimichi Mori drew up at SakuraCon, which I'll show you guys a little later again. And he was really impressed by it. He was like, "Oh man, this is like a collector's item. This is pretty legit, bro." I was like, "Yeah, it's something." He's like, "You better keep this protected. This could be worth a lot of money." And I'm like, I keep it all for sentimental value, but as I said, as I get more stuff signed, I'm gonna run out of space. I mean, look at that box back there. Actually, that's because I'm moving, but look at that box. I mean, I could fill up like 6, 7, 8 boxes just with the stuff. My favorite games / the ones that have been signed. So it's getting a little crazy now. So I'm gonna start giving a little bit back to you guys. Anyway, I got to meet Christine Marie Cabanos, as well as Patrick Seitz. Got to re-see him. I saw him at SoccerCon last year. And I got to meet Mendez as well. Let's see. Christine Marie Cabanos does the voice of Nepgear and Hyperdimension Neptunia. She also does the voice of... She does a couple other voices. I have trouble following them all. I'll just look at it later. I can't remember them all off the top of my head. The interesting thing, this is kind of ironic as an after fact, all 4 voice actors that were at Vancouver at KumoriCon were all voice actors who worked on Kill la Kill. So I probably should have bought something Kill la Kill and get it signed. Even what are some highlights? Of course, there's the Blaze Blue. Then of course I had this little Castlevania toy from Dracula X Chronicles, and now it's been signed by David Vincent, the voice of Richter Belmont, and Patrick Seitz, the voice of Dracula. If I ever see Yuri Lowenthal again, maybe I'll get him to sign, since he was the voice of Alucard. Then I'll have all 3 that I need. Let's see, what else? Of course, I got my Dracula X Chronicles signed by both of them as well. Here's just a small amount of the games that I got signed. The rest are still in the bag. I haven't had a chance to unpack everything yet. But we have some Hyper Devotion Noir. We have some Fairy Fencer F, Hyperdimension Neptunia, Street Fighter 4, Bleach Soul Resurrection, which is one of the games I bought for the convention, and then a couple copies of Blaze Blue Chrono Phantasma. One, of course, which will be going out to one of you lucky winners. So here's the interesting thing. KumoriCon is originally a Portland anime expo every year, and they moved it to Vancouver. I didn't get the exact reason for why they did so, but it's something they've done for at least the last couple of years. Where they currently have KumoriCon set up in Vancouver is between 2 hotels, the Hilton and the Red Lion. Cool thing, Pacific Northwest is a great place to be. I mean, we've got Nintendo, Microsoft, Amazon, Expedia. The list goes on and on for really cool companies we have here. One of the downsides, though, of the Pacific Northwest is it rains a lot, which is interesting because the Hilton has this phenomenal like clock tower town main in Vancouver. Which was really cool because you'd look out there and you'd see all these people cosplaying, and it was pretty neat to look at. The downside, though, of that situation is you also have rain. There's no cover, if you're not in the hotel. So there isn't a whole lot of excess covered space. Inside the hotel, there are panels and stuff in the convention areas, the stage, things like that, because the Hilton had those. Once you went for the autographs and also the exhibit hall, those were actually in the parking garage directly under the hotel, which was closed for it. I thought it was going to be really bad. The first time I went in, I was pretty apprehensive, but they laid down all this carpet in there. They had air conditioning going in there, so it wasn't too bad. It was a little cold, but not too bad at all. Now, the artist alley, I felt bad for artists because that was in a tent. And the day I went to go look at some of their wares was on a day that it was raining, so I felt just terrible for them. But otherwise, you know, it wasn't all that bad. One of the things I picked up was this awesome Power Rangers t-shirt. Let's see, I'll stand up so you can see it. I just saw it there and I was like, oh yeah, that's something I gotta get. I also got a Sword Art Online t-shirt, but I can't fit it. It's a small. I held it up to myself. It looked cool when I was at the convention, but I was wearing a jacket. I got home, held it up again. I'm like, yeah. So that'll be something I'll probably give away as well. So Christine Marie Cabanos did some freestyle for me. I asked her just to do some Nep Gear freestyle, and she did it. It was really cool. That was day one. I didn't ask David Vincent to do any. I probably should have, because I think I had like one more game I could have had him voice. I think Tales of Vesperia, and I totally spaced it. The other thing is all the autograph hall stuff was in the parking garage, which was underground. So there was no signal there, which kind of stunk, because generally I write down lists of what everyone did for everything I bring, just to make it easy to reference, so I can prioritize if I won't be able to get it all signed. However, in this case, couldn't get a signal. You know, after the majority of day one, I did start taking snapshots or screenshots of screens just to show me what they had done that I was interested in. Additionally, you know, I wanted to tell more people about the channel, because it'd be sad if there weren't at least a few KumoriCon attendees who didn't have a shot at this game. So, you know, I was trying to show people, I'm like, oh, I can't even get a signal to show you my YouTube channel, you know? I mean, it's not the coolest, but I like it. But I can't even show it to anybody. So I had to also look into that. I got screenshots and just show people, okay, these are some of the videos I do, you know? And they're like, oh, cool. You know, I had to write down the name of it. So I'll definitely start putting out business cards. When I do giveaways, I'll put like a couple in so you can give it to your friends and like tell them as well, you know? So I got to meet Christina Marie Cabanos. She did some freestyle. She signed about 3 games for me. And then Patrick Seitz did some freestyle, which I'll actually leave a link to below. He did some freestyle for the channel. I asked him. And then I got David Vincent to do some Richard lines from Tales of Grace's F on the 3rd day. I didn't ask Erica Mendez because when I went through the line for her, it was just really crazy busy and it just seemed kind of impolite to ask. All in all, though, I noticed that, you know, I made some pretty good buddies there at the convention. I also signed up for NewCon, which is a Portland convention that will be in Portland in January. And it's pretty cool because Troy Baker, Crispin Freeman, and Steve Bloom will be there. Despite this convention being in Washington, I found that predominantly most of the attendees were Oregonians. You know, there were a lot of Oregon college kids. There were some older folks as well, but mainly it was a lot of Oregon residents. You know, there were a good amount of Washingtonians as well. You know, I also know what's her name, Michelle Tan. She's the president of David Vincent's fan club. I met her at SakuraCon. She's actually Canadian. So we get a lot of Pacific Northwest. We probably get Vancouver to Vancouver and then some Oregon. I didn't really run into anyone any further out like Idaho or California. But it was a ton of fun. I should probably describe the giveaway. So for Blaze Blue, in order to be qualified, you have to be a subscriber on the channel. You have to view this video and you have to throw a comment up on this video. If you want to share it with friends or share it on Facebook, I can put some additional entries in for you, which always helps your chances, of course. I think if I'm going to give away Blaze Blue by default, but if I get, say, 25, 30 views on this video, then at least 25, 30 views, then I'll also give away that Sword Art Online t-shirt as well, which I'll show you a little later. But, you know, that's it for now. And of course, I'll review this at the end of the video as well, just so we review the giveover, because I want to give this stuff away. I really do. I'm moving. You see the boxes there? I'm moving. I got to get rid of the extra stuff. All right, let's go over and check out the games. All right, so now to get over to all the stuff I got autographed at KumoriCon this year. So really quickly, I'm going to show the posters off because I don't like having the camera this far away. It's hard to show you details. So first is that original sketch that I got Torimichi Mori, the director of Blaze Blue, to draw at SakuraCon earlier this year of Jin Kisaragi, and now I got David Vincent, the English voice of Jin Kisaragi, to sign it. Hopefully I can get the Japanese voice actor to sign it someday. This will be pretty insane. When I showed this to David Vincent, he was like, oh my god, make sure you protect that. That's a collector's item. And I'm like, thanks, you know, I'm pretty proud of it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna put that up here on top of a deflated teddy. And then I got this for my girlfriend. This is a Sailor Moon poster. Let's see if I can get it all on there. All right, so it's got all the ribbons of the Sailor Moon characters. And then I got it autographed by by Sailor Saturn, and I got it signed or autographed by Sailor Uranus. So I believe this is Erica Mendez and this is Christine Marie Cabanos. So I got both of them to sign that. So I think as something for my girlfriend, I'm going to get this autographed every time I go to a convention and someone's there if she can't make it. For example, the woman who sang the original English version of the Sailor Moon theme song is going to be at KumoriCon in about a month. So I'm definitely going to take this there and get it signed somewhere. So now on to the games. All right, I'll start up here. I got my Castlevania Dracula X Chronicle toy or special little figure for Richter Belmont. I got it autographed by Patrick Seitz, David Vincent. So I've got the voice actor for Dracula and Richter Belmont to sign. If I can get Yuri Lowenthal, a voice Alucard, to sign, I'll be cool. I'll be sitting pretty. Get that over here. Also got the game signed now, of course, by Yuri Lowenthal. But now I've also got it signed by Patrick Seitz, the voice of Dracula. So I've got this with the triple threat. Now I'm just waiting to get the little toy signed as well. So this is like collectors. I mean, I'm gonna keep this stuff, but you know, I'm just trying to keep it in good condition, keep it all boxed up but dry, you know. I got Hyper Devotion Noir signed by Erica Mendez and Christine Marie Cabanos. Actually, it's kind of funny. I got them both to sign this, but I actually got some freestyle. I think I already mentioned it, some freestyle of Netgear from Christine Marie Cabanos. So if you like Hyperdimension, you definitely got to hear some of that. And then, of course, I got Super Smash Brothers signed by Patrick Seitz, voice of Magnus. All right. On to the stack. Mainly PS3 games got signed. I didn't get anything Xbox signed this year, which is pretty interesting. It's not usual. So, of course, David Vincent, voice of Martial Law, and, of course, Patrick Seitz, voice of Bob, both on here now. Patrick Seitz does the voice of the announcer in Persona 4 Ultimax, so I got him to sign. Oops. Then he also does the voice of Jaeger, so I got him to sign for this as well, Mr. Jaeger. And Valkyrie Chronicles on the PlayStation 3. Let's see. He does the voice of the main character, Chopin, in Eternal Sonata, so I had to get him to sign this. I mean, like, I'm not gonna lie, I had a lot of games for Patrick Seitz to sign that I didn't get signed a couple of years ago. I either didn't have them or didn't know at the time. It's my first time meeting him, you know. Every time, my first convention, I made a lot of mistakes, or at least mistakes in my opinion. Now I've gotten a little better. So one thing that I did is I got a lot of people to help me get things autographed by having them hold an extra thing. Like, if the line said, oh, 2 things per person, I'm like, well, I have 8 things for that person. Then I'd have like a couple homies before and after me that I got along with, you know, help me get things signed. Because I didn't want to alienate by bringing up like 5 things if other people are bringing up 1. So, you know, they were cool. I mean, a lot of people are helpful. If you're friendly, people are always willing to help you out. And of course, Patrick Seitz and David Vincent got on this. Bleach Soul Resurrection. Patrick Seitz does the voice of Ishin, Kirasaki, and Kenpachi. And then of course, David Vincent does the voice of Grimjaw. So, you know, this is one of my new projects. I only recently bought Bleach. I actually bought it for the convention to get it autographed. So it might be a new project, one of the ones I try to fill out the roster of pretty soon. And then of course, here's the copy of Blaze Blue that I'm going to be giving away. This is the copy of Blaze Blue I'm going to be giving away. This is the one that's autographed by David Vincent and Patrick Seitz there. The voice of Ragnar the Blood Edge and also Jin Kisaragi. So this is the one I'm going to be giving away again. I already talked about how to give it away. You know, you got to be a subscriber, got to watch this video, you got to comment, and hey, if you share, I'll give you two entries. And then here's my copy of Blaze Blue. This is nuts. Let's see if I just pop this out. Check that out. So it's signed by Kaneko Kondo, Kana Ueda. It's signed by Torimichi Mori. It's signed by Patrick Seitz, and of course it's signed by David Vincent, voice of Jin. So here's the interesting. Patrick Seitz decided to draw Frankie from One Piece. I don't know why. I mean, like, I'm totally cool with it, but he just drew Frankie. No real reason, he just drew Frankie. Same way in the next game, he decided to put his artistic, not just voice artist, but his artistic skills to the test. Let's see, where did he do that? Hugo doesn't have one in here because he's an Ultra. He decided to draw Hugo from Ultra Street Fighter 4 in here. So, you know, I'd already had him sign the art book by accident. I had him sign on Todd Habercorn's page, a.k.a. Yoon. And so I came back with it, and I was like, oh, you know,
I realized, you know, now that you did Hugo, which of course Ultra came out a few months later, I'm gonna have him sign, you know, the game as well. He already signed the art book, which was a lucky break for me. But yeah, he took care of that for you, boy. Of course, let's see. Christina Marie Cabanos and Eric Mendez signed my Hyperdimension Neptunia cover on the inside there. This is another game I got into recently, a new JRPG for me, so gradually I've just been filling these out with the autographs as well. You know, because for each game that I get much closer to finishing, I pull up another one to get autographed.
All right, and then again, just go over the giveaway one more time. You have to be a subscriber on the channel. You have to view this video. You have to throw a comment down this video. You can give me your thoughts on what you think you want to see me do at AkiCon. What did you like? You know, some suggestions for where I could go. If you want some tips on how to do this autograph collecting, you can tell me that as well. You know, you have all the options there. I just want to hear from you. I want to hear some feedback. Let's see. And then, of course, if you want to share it with friends, you know, if I see that, oh, you shared this video, or when I add it to the playlist via Facebook, I'll also throw you in for additional entries. Of course, if this video hits over 25-30 views, of course, I'm going to give away that Sword Art Online t-shirt as well. And of course, depending on what this is, if the person who wins, the last place they contact me is YouTube, we'll find a way to get it sent out to you. I'll get your shipping information. You'll privately, of course. We'll get it certified to make sure you receive it. Yeah, but if there's anything else I could leave you with, of course, remember to subscribe anyway. You know, view these videos and share your comments, because I love to hear your feedback. It's a ton of fun doing this. But one of my favorite parts, besides meeting these voice actors, talking about the games, the roles, and just looking into how people get immersed, is talking to all of you and chatting about it, because it's a ton of fun for me. I love it. All right, again, you know, subscribe. Remember to watch, comment, share, and like, of course. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good one.